Good morning. G'day, Fish the Beach Bum Investor. Just posting up in Discord to let the crew know that we're in for the discussion. Bitcoin is coming back and has a few people questioning, is it time for another Bitcoin bull run? It's an interesting debate. We'll have a bit of a talk about that today, as well as another thing. Affidavit in before Fish. Yeah, man, you were. You must have got, I don't know how you got notified before I went live, unless it notifies on Twitter before I actually go live. Floyd, BP, Andy G. Everyone's starting to roll in for the combo. Yeah, so I was basically just monitoring the chat in the Discord group this morning as I was doing some work. And I saw a lot of people discussing whether it was time for a Bitcoin bull run. So we'll talk about that a little bit. Brian Teskey, g'day. BB Junkie is fifth in and is getting better at counting, which is great to see. Medi98, how are you, man? All right, let's have a look what's going on here. Kirby's in. So it's caught up over on Discord this morning as well. I haven't had a response from that ICO team, guys, that we're looking at. Still hassling them. I sent them another email. We'll just have to see what happens there. But the good news for the Crypto Wave investment crew, we will get onto Bitcoin in a second, but can I celebrate PIVX's recent gains? We've done really, really well. It's been pushing those all-time highs fairly consistently, so stoked to see that. G'day, Roland. How are you, mate? So yeah, most of the Crypto Wave investment crew have some sort of PIVX holding. A few masternode holders as well, actually, but amongst us, and that's done well. Yeah, exactly, BP. Harry Taylor said, Fish, did I screw up to hold my XRP? You screwed up to buy it in the first place. No, I'm joking, Harry. I'm only not an XRP fan because it's facilitating the banks. So I still think it'll go higher. There's a lot of institutional money, man. I wouldn't worry too much. I'd say XRP is not going to go anywhere in a hurry. Wabi looks promising. Sam Roberts, they won the something developers conference, right? I'm sure they did. Brian Teskey said, stop buying Ripple. They are bad guys. Yeah, switch it into, if you want to go with something with similar tech, just switch it into Stellar Lumens. I've actually been accumulating a bit of Lumens on this dip. Hey, Grinkers. Where's Dage? Does that work, dude? Thanks for asking, though, Kirby. I'll let her know you asked. We'll get her in for a update on all her picks, which have skyrocketed, by the way. She's done really well. Hey, guys, you know what went really, really well, which we did talk about on this show maybe a week or 2 weeks ago, and it was Vibe. And that's up ridiculous today. I literally put $50 into that, and it's turned into $600. I'll take it. So, yeah, pretty stoked with that. G'day, Bobek. All right, cool. So let's have a talk about this Bitcoin action, guys. Some people are calling bull run. Some people are calling altcoins continuing to take dominance off of Bitcoin. I'd like to know your opinions. I want them in the chat. G'day, Crypto Chronicus. No doubt you'll have something to say on this. You watch the BTC charts all day. Yeah, so Bitcoin just hitting that $15,000 mark again, 14,976. Is it going to blast through it with some authority and go back on bull run, or is it going to, you know, Bitcoin dominance has come up a bit as well at 34%. So is it comeback time? We've got RSK contracts scheduled. Lightning Network is actually underway. Crypto Chronicus, I believe, knows how to use it. one out of 100 people know how to use it. But yeah, I mean, if they can make that more adoptable for the masses, is it time for another Bitcoin bull run? What's the thoughts? Roland Carl says XLM may be going on a bull run for the fifth wave. Thanks, Roland. Obviously using Ethercept wave theory there. The last time BTC went on a bit of a run, went up to 17K. The alts flowed, which was a nice change. Usually dip first. We've had plenty of dips on it, baby. LN is coming. The herd is coming. Lightning Network is coming. Okay, yeah. Thanks, Crypto Chronicus. Kirby, I think BTC will consolidate in the 13 to 16K range, then push to 20K in a few weeks. Thanks, man. Good opinion. I like to get everyone's opinion. You guys are welcome to have differing opinions. Roland Carl, Elliott wave. Yeah, I call it Ethercept wave, bro. Because we adapt everything for the crypto wave investment crew. So we've got Ethercept wave theory, we've got Fibonacci sequence, and we've got Smithonomics, developed by 3 members of the investment crew. Much more technical and scientific than those actual original mathematical principles. I don't like it over decentralized coins like PIVX, was just trying to ride the wave if XRP gets a Coinbase platform. Just want it to go back up enough to sell, to transfer to PIVX. Nice work, Harry. Yeah, man. That's the danger with playing coins that you're not really keen on. You get left with the bag and you're like, oh, I didn't even want it. And that's why I'm not playing the low per coin price game, because it just seems like someone's going to be left with that bag eventually when the market wakes up and realize a lot of them are overpriced simply because they're low per coin price, but their market cap's overpriced. BP said, should I buy a piece of Bitcoin? I think long term you're fine, man. I don't think Bitcoin's going anywhere. Everyone forgets that it's still the number one market cap in our economy. Ethereum's still only half its market cap only, but you know, it's still a very, very dominant force. So I think long term it can, you know, I don't like to do the short terms, BP, you know that. So long term, I'd say yes, it's decent buying at this price. I think it will go higher than we've seen it historically. So I don't think 20 to 25 grand or whatever we saw it peaking at will be our all-time highs. I think it will hit 6 figures. When? Not sure. 2020, next halving. There you go. What's wrong with making those gains in 2 to 3 years? What's wrong with that? That's perfect. B2B is coming to inject some big money into LN. Business to business is coming to inject some big money into Lightning Network. Okay, cool, Crypto Chronicles. How much should I buy if I want? I guess try to get half of one. BP, it's all relative to your budget, man. So whatever you can get for selling all your house and all your items and everything, that's how much you put. No, I'm joking. Mate, it's relative to your budget. So, you know, most financial advisors will actually advise you on risk categories dependent on your age, because it's obviously a lot easier to start again and accumulate again from a younger age. So depending on your age, like if you're under 30, you can have a lot of your investment capital, not your overall savings, a lot of your investment capital in high risk, high reward ventures. I'm not a financial advisor, by the way. The moderator says, I love the panic of humans, weak people. Yeah, well, it can be profitable. I don't really love it though, man. I feel sorry for them. Oh, it's definitely feasible, Kirby. I don't think RSK is not feasible. I haven't heard anyone saying it's not feasible, but it's just a mile behind anything that Ethereum are doing, right? Or Neo for that matter. So is it adding value to Bitcoin? I've got to read up a little bit more on it. I must admit, Kirby, you sent me the link 5 minutes before I was coming on. You really expect me to have sat there and read it by now and gone through it with a fine-tooth comb? You can't pull that, Kirby. Come on. How many of those alts move 100% of their market cap in one day? Probably not many, and not even close to 100%. I'm not sure what we're talking about, sorry. Adnan said, I hope it crashes, could really do with the sale on alts. I'm sure I had a good laugh at that. Sammy Roberts, I think BTC is stuck in the 4th wave for a while longer. Alts should see another leg up before BTC breaks out. See? It's a cool debate. Everyone's got a different opinion on this one. Wilkie's not a Bitcoin fan, guys. The big whale's in the house for the convo. Wilkie said that useless old fossil. I am reading comments. This is not my opinion. I can do the impossible. You can do the impossible fish, you demand. I don't know what the impossible is that you're referring to, but I agree. What does it always have to be, a fine-tooth comb? Why not just a rough tooth comb? It's a good question. I'm not really... Well, I mean, the fineness of the teeth on the comb would suggest you're going through it more thoroughly. Yeah, I guess that's where the saying comes from. Yeah, I have got a little bit, Curio. I had a good run up on it. Curio's just asked, am I invested in VeChain or VeChain? being Ven. Yeah, I mean, my actual main play in that area is actually in Walton. That's my bigger hold out of the two. But yes, I do hold some VeChain as well, because I think they're both promising projects. Wilkie said, if you manage to pick up a girl with your head, you are the man. Why can't it be a hair comb? Okay. Oh, Baby Janky said, old fossil. That's a bit rough on fish. Yeah, whatever. Go away. So anyway, yeah, I like the idea. I think it can revolutionize industries. Like, especially I've spoken about it a little bit before on the show, but I really do think that yeah, I really do think both VeChain, Walton, and Wabi for that matter can do well. I think that RFID technology, the information, the data that it can bring, is brilliant in so many ways, for the customer, for the manufacturing line, for quality control, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I think it's a good hold, man, for sure. Please make your own decisions, of course. Don't just hold it because Fish is holding it. Kirby's asked, can you share your portfolio allocation? How long have you got? I got that many wallets I'd have to go through to remember it. I can like, I know my top hold is actually, funnily enough, with the oh no, it would have gone back again. My top holds are actually PIVX and Icon going like this, because they're fluctuating around each other's price points at the moment. So yeah, my PIVX and Icon hold are very, very similar. I do intend to like keep moving. Like, I keep moving little bits of profit when I take it into PIVX, and that's my savings account. So like, a lot of people use it for Bitcoin that way, or they try and accumulate more Bitcoin. I'm trying to accumulate more PIVX. That's pretty much my overall goal. I do hold other good projects that I see as promising. So yeah, I can tell you, like, I'll go through some of my holds, man. That's not a problem. I just got a few accounts that I have to get to. Like, Neo's up there with the run up as well, and I've been stocking up, and Q-Link's now a substantial part of my hold as well, because it's had a really good run up. Yeah, so I've got Substratum with its run up. I've got a substantial amount of that now. I mean, we bought that at 6 cents. It's hard not to have a lot of money worth when it runs to $3. It's dropped back now, but goodness gracious, you don't have to put a lot in to have a lot when it does that. And so yeah, they're sort of my biggest holds. Like, I'm just having a look at my Bittrex account. I've got Lisk, PIVX. PIVX, that's just in that account. I've got PIVX in 4 different accounts and a wallet. So I've got PIVX everywhere. But I've got Lisk, PIVX. Funnily enough, Mana, with its run up recently, has come to one of my top holds, Decentraland. And I do intend on actually doing that and speculating on virtual land. How crazy is that? I'm going to do it. So yeah, KMD's up there. I've got KMD, good hold of that at the moment, because it's got the Monese ICO coming up. ARC, 10x pay token. Yeah, I got a few. Like, I could go onto the next page as well, and then I'll have a look at my other account here, just to see what I got. Walton Coin, obviously, being I've got a good hold of that. Chainlink, I've got a good hold of. What else we got here? They're all little bits, not really worth mentioning. Like, I like them, but I haven't got huge amounts of them. What else have I got here that I've got a decent amount of? Oh, Decentraland. Sorry, District 0x I've got a bit of. They're the major holds, really. And I'm probably missing some that are, in wallets. I've got a bit of Event Chain. I've got a bit of Gladius, hasn't even hit market yet. Yeah, so that's sort of a rough overview of my portfolio, but there's more coins that I haven't even mentioned. Actually, no, Vibe didn't come into a major yet, but I'll tell you what, with its run, it just was crazy. Stephen Milner said, Vibe just took off recently. I was looking at it, 2 cents, didn't pull the trigger at $2.20. It's at I think $2.26. It's just because your keyboard's saying £2.26. Now gutted. Yeah, man, that's the thing, Stephen. I often say on this show, brother, that you do your research, you prep yourself, you get ready, but when the time comes to make the decision, you make the decision, okay? And then when you've bought, you have an exit strategy. So I'm going to take this much at this profit point. I'm going to take this much off the table here. And obviously you can adjust that on the run as the news changes about the project as well. But man, you got to, yeah, that's it. Like, hesitation will cost you in this economy for sure. I'll get back to that. But yeah, it's one of those things, man. I picked it up at about 16 cents. So obviously I'm really happy with my gains in a very, very short time. Ruth Gara said, I'm shocked on the drop of Litecoin. Sad face, sad face. Yeah, I think so. I think so, yeah. I think Litecoin will still come up though, Ruth, because there was a lot of FUD around Charlie Lee, and your average punter on Coinbase doesn't know who Charlie Lee is. They don't know what's caused, you know, the market in the know to actually drop those coins. They didn't like Charlie Lee's decision to give it all to the Litecoin Foundation. But Litecoin is still making great moves in the economy, have been for ever since I've been in the economy. So I have faith they will continue to do well, and I do believe that Litecoin will be a 4-figure coin one day. So it's about patience, you know. You see all these other coins go up and go, oh, why isn't it mine? Your time will come. I often say those who go chasing fairy tales miss their own happy ending. I heard that somewhere. I can't remember where I first heard it, but I like it. Crypto Chronicus, same. Icon and PIVX second. Oh, so ICX first, PIVX second, and third largest holding, except for Bitcoin. Cool. Yeah, man, that's good. If anyone else wants to let us know their portfolio, give us a yell. Speaking of QLink, it'd be awesome to own a base station already. Crypto Chronicus, fourth quarter 2018. Okay, so we've got a few months left, but they'll be building the network starting with mobile applications. And I believe, like, you know, the application that allows you to run it on your home network, which should be released really, really soon, if not already. I probably don't have the internet speed requirements to actually act as a QLink hotspot. So if I can, though, I will. I'll definitely participate because, you know, it's important. It's important that people participate to grow the network. But QLink's been doing great, man. We got to be so happy with that, right? Really happy. Like Susan and Alan and Toya and the team must be awesome. Oh, Toya contacted me yesterday. She just gave me a thank you for doing that video about how to buy QLink on KuCoin. Or KuCoin, sorry, I've been mispronouncing it. It's KuCoin. That's going to take a little getting used to. Sam Roberts, I can mention it if you like, man, but we tend not to mention the ICOs out loud until we've had a look at them and decided whether we want to invest as a crew. You know, we like to secure our position. So I'm happy, like, just let me know. I'm scrolling down chat now. If you want me to mention it, I can, but you can get yourself, you know, it bring too many people's attention to it. It can sell out on you. Harry Taylor said, Binance won't take new users. Big exclamation point. Well, that sucks for me because I've got Binance referrals links and no one can use them, that means. Oh, maybe try using my referral link. Maybe that'll get you in. Okay, maybe not. I don't think it will. Mana is fun. Imagine Decentraland running on Sonum servers. Yeah, there's a couple of things I really like to imagine about Decentraland, and I think one of the things will be virtual reality marketplaces. I think that's just going to happen. Simple as that. I think you'll actually be able to go in, look at clothes, look at shoes, look at, I don't know, what do people buy when they're shopping? I don't wear shoes. So whatever people buy when they shop, they can go and do it in a virtual reality world and then have it delivered to them in the real world, perhaps with RFID chips from Walton or VeChain. And they'll do that through the District 0x platform on Decentraland. There you go. There's Fish's vision for the future. Just catching up, guys. I got miles behind. Fish, my colleague said for me to invest in Veros. What do you think? He seemed really sure on it. I haven't had a look at it, Ruth. The new coins have been a struggle for me to keep a top of. I have a reasonable knowledge, but it's not extensive to every coin in the economy. So that's something I'll have to have a look into, Ruth. Veros, if anyone has heard of it in the investment crew, please give us your comments. Ruth, if you'd like to join the Discord group, the link for that is in the description, and you're welcome to ask the crew what they think of it over there. I'm sure you'll get 100 opinions. No shortage of opinions at the Crypto Wave Investment Crew, which is really good. Gives us an idea of market sentiment. Crypto Chronicus is going to hold until 2020. 2020 was my plan as well, man, with some price points along the way as well. I was going to take some profit. Hey, TNC. Joseph Garnier, Bitcoin seems to have been in a holding pattern. Altcoins have gone crazy. Now the coins outside of the top 10 will surge. The days of huge Bitcoin dominance are over. I tend to agree, Joseph. I was surprised when it ran back over 60%. Brian Teskey, Fish, do you think change, CAG, can be a big player? Again, Brian, not one I've looked at. Hey, I'll tell you what. How are we going on chat? Let me just catch up and then we can have a look at a new coin. We'll go to screen share. Adam Tazan, good morning, mate. Anyway, yes, Brett, there is. Brett's just asked me about Coinbase limits. Yeah, mate, if you go, where's my phone? My phone's in my room, damn. If you go into the settings, I think it is, you can verify your account and get increased limit. Let me just get my phone out of my room, man, because I'll take you through it. Give me 2 seconds. All right, let's have a look. I just got to get this back to where I can see myself so I can make sure it's actually showing on the screen. Okay. So you go to settings, which is this little, the cog down the bottom right. All right. And then you scroll down and you go, I think there's a thing in here for limits, but if you just go to support, oh, sorry, not support. Damn it, I pressed the wrong thing. Technical advice from Fish. What are you thinking? All right, go to live chat. If you go in settings to live chat, I'll wait for this to load up. And if you just type in there, it says ask me something, you just put limit increase. Limit increase. Okay, and press send. It's coming back. It says, I'm happy to talk more about our limit structure. Sorry, you can take a look at our current limits and the verification steps required to raise the limits here. So yeah, it'll give you the links for all that. Otherwise, could you please let me know what type of limits you're referring to? Yeah, so the limit increase for your referral, just go into settings, go to live help, type into ask me something, limit increase, and it'll give you the information you need. Hope that helps, Brett. That's if you're using the phone. I'm assuming it's the same on the internet, on the the desktop version. Yeah, TNC, I've used Living Room of Satoshi, man, a few times. I've got some videos on it. I paid a bodyboarding registration for it. I think that's the first in the world. Paid to enter a surfing event with PIVX, which is now worth a lot more than what the registration was, unfortunately. But yeah, I also used, I also paid like 40 or 50 PIVX for an internet service provider bill back when PIVX was $2.20. So my $100 internet bill turned into, what is it, $600, whatever PIVX is at this morning. But no, Living Room of Satoshi is a good service. The problem is, TNC, I understand that the big 4 banks are blocking incoming money from Living Room of Satoshi. I'm not 100% sure of that, but that's what I'd heard. I'm not with one of the big 4 anyway. I have got a business account with one of the big 4, which will now be leaving since they're not supporting crypto. Bob Thorpe, how are you, man? I'm getting a mention on the #1 Bitcoin show right now. Adam Meister, no way. Well done, Crypto Chronicus. I'm not sure. Oh, is that the Bitcoin Meister? Yeah, I've seen him. Where's my shout out? No, I don't need one. It's all good. You got it, Ruth. No problem. Joseph Garnier, Bitcoin is the Netscape of crypto. In 1996, Netscape's share of the browser market reached 86%. That's a really, really interesting like relative point. You've got some facts to back up your argument that Bitcoin's dominance will slide. See, Joseph, that's the kind of debate I like. You have an opinion, but you have solid research and a reason for it. So that's cool. Seb, my brother went 6x on Vibe trading the initial pump on Binance listings today. He has more than 20 times his account in 2 months as a newbie trader. That's not too bad. Hey, Rachel, Happy New Year to you too. Haven't seen you in ages. How's the portfolio looking? Byteball is on the verge of a breakout. All the charts look great, and it's DAG Tech. Yeah, Joseph, it's getting a lot of mentions. I think it's got promise for sure. What I haven't liked at times is the intensity of the shilling from Byteball supporters. Honestly, I think that can do more detriment to a coin than it does good. Because I like people being positive about a coin, but I think one of the comments the other day was about how it would be your last chance to get it under this price, and just no one can possibly predict that. What if China come out and America come out and Australia come out and Europe come out and all the governments start like making it illegal to use crypto and banning transactions to come in through the banks, which they do have control over? Then no, I'm sorry, it's not going to be your last chance to get it under $700. You'll probably get it for about $20. So I just think like there's got to be a little bit of responsibility in when you're saying positive things about a project. And I think the way you've done it there is great, because you've said, it looks like it's on the verge of a breakout. It's got good tech. But when people, people who just come in and just state price points, it's going to this price, it's going to that price, no maths behind it, no reason for it. It's just shilling, and it actually turns me off a coin more than it puts me onto it. How are things, Fish? Hopeful as well. Davey Crockett, I'm pretty good, man. I'm a bit bummed out though, because registration, like I was too busy registering for ICOs and that, and I missed a competition up at the Sunny Coast that I was going to compete in. So I was last chance to give Gary Thatcher a run before he goes off onto the world tour. So that sucks, because I was looking to towel him up at least once, but I didn't get him a chance. Bobek said, when are you getting a Tesla, Fish, mate? As soon as I can afford one. That's definitely on the wish list. Tesla and solar roof panels for sure. Solar roof tiles. What's up, A-Dog? Man, I've been good. I've been real busy, but really, really good. Did you end up putting that wrap up? I haven't even been over to your channel. I'll have to make a reaction video. A-Dog, one of my mates from the earliest days. I must have had 40 subscribers when A-Dog and I first started chatting. Car Quested, hey Fish, have you heard of Krios ICO? Oh, sorry, we don't usually mention the ICOs in digital marketing, but based on the Goldie. No, I haven't. Really, based on the Gold Coast. Okay, I'm going to get in contact with the team then. That's got to be my responsibility, hasn't it? If I live right here. Day for it, back in the house. Good to see you back, man. Sorry, guys, I'm catching up. I know I'm behind. Went to the beach and the stream comes early. Oh, there's no surf here, man. It's totally flat. Yusuf Nazia. Hey, Fish, sorry to barge in and ask, but I'm sure glad you're on. That's cool. I got into OST earlier this week before it took off. What do you think about the coin longer term? OST. Okay. I promised to screen share with you. And guys, if you do want one of these, you can put it in the chat again. Let's do OST, because I haven't actually had a look at it. There's a lot of new coins coming out, unless the trade symbol's just not ringing a bell. Let's find it on CoinMarketCap. All right, OST. Let's have a look. Oh, it's not here. OST. I'm coming back to the chat. Sorry. Andrew Null, I missed the comments. I thought he wasn't a Bitcoin fan, was he, Warren Buffett? Screen sharing stop. I was just reading that comment there from Andrew Null. Thoughts on Warren Buffett's comments on Bitcoin? Laugh out loud, my aunt linked me to the interview with Warren Buffett. Brett, cheers, Fish. I'm just catching up with live so I can get a response to the questions I'm actually asking live, guys. Sorry. What's up, Hourglass? I didn't get on Loop Ring. Oh, okay. OST is ST, simple token on CMC. Okay, Bobek, we'll have a look at it in a second. Can someone tell me what, just the basic, was he for or against Bitcoin? I didn't see the thing with Buffett. Thanks for your icon video. I bought a bunch at $5.50 after watching it. Hopefully we'll get to at least $30. Chris, look, you can't speak with, you're welcome. Good on you for the purchase, man. Well done. It takes balls to buy into like we got that at 10 cents at ICO. So we've gone 55x when you're buying it. But, the figures add up, man. The maths adds up, and they're conservative, really, because that's only taking into account Korean money. And ICX still isn't available on any Korean exchanges, I don't think. So, yeah, I think it's good times ahead, man. I think it'll do 30. That's why I've got the maths to say that. That's why I can say that with confidence. I'm glad it helped you, dude. Glad you got some gains. Oh, the big four over here are a monopoly, Seb. They control the majority, like a massive majority of the market. Imagine all those ICOs. Imagine if all those the ICOs go big, though, fish. That will soften the blow of missing the surfing competition. I'll take surfing over money, thanks, Seb. Surprise, surprise. Simon GTA, how is Binance coin market cap worth less than KuCoin shares when daily trading volume on Binance is over 6 billion and KuCoin around 3 to 400 million? Explain this to me, Fish. Simon GTA, I can actually explain that to you. And it's to do with the reward systems of holding both coins. So there is actually a greater value if you do the maths on it in holding KuCoin shares than there is in holding Binance. Now, by holding Binance coin, you're able to reduce your trade fees to 0.1 from 0.1% to 0.05%. But KuCoin shares, if you guys actually read the KuCoin exchange and the KuCoin shares value proposition, 10% of the fees, guys, that you were charged on the KuCoin shares, the KuCoin exchange, 10% is kept by the actual exchange to continue to develop and all that sort of thing. Obviously, they need staff; they've got to pay them. 90% actually goes back to KuCoin customers in one way or another. I think it's 40% goes back through referral bonuses. So if I refer someone, which you're welcome to use my KuCoin referral link in our Discord group, and I'll pop it in this video too afterwards. But if you use that, I then get paid, like of your total trade fees, I get paid like 40% of it or 20% or something. It's a structured thing, but the point is that 90% of the overall trade fees actually go back to the KuCoin, either the referral bonuses, which helps to grow the KuCoin platform, more people using it, more commissions, more trade fees, or the other 50%, so 50% of all trade fees get paid out as dividends to KuCoin shareholders. So I'm literally right now acquiring pretty much every coin that is listed on, I'm acquiring every coin that is listed on KuCoin because I hold KuCoin shares. So I get paid residual income for every share there is. So that's pretty cool. So the actual return on investment, if you like, if you calculate it, like, okay, let's just say you're not even a trader. You're just a bag holder. What value is there for you to hold Binance coin other than to speculate? There is none. But with KuCoin shares, there is an actual value to holding the KuCoin shares other than just speculation, which is you will get paid a residual income based on how much the KuCoin exchange is making. It's a very, very clever referral/reward system that I think will see KuCoin actually be a very, very dominant force. And I'm not just saying that because I've got a referral link and I own KuCoin shares. Go and try it out for yourself and use my referral link because it's a really good user interface. It's really easy to use. The security pisses me off because I have to type in my two-factor authentication too many times every 2 hours, but I suppose that's good. I'm going to Simple Token. Oh, Dayfrit said, what are your thoughts on the Ripple lawsuit? I hadn't heard about it, man. We'll have to get back to that. I'm going to have a look at this one, ST on CMC. Okay. We're going to have a look at Simple Token because I told you I'd have a look at one. So let's do that. I haven't heard of it before, so that's cool. All right, Simple Token, here we go. $266 million market cap. $58 million. Whoa, look at the volume compared to the market cap. 20% or almost, 25% almost of the market cap. Circulating supply, 200 million OST and change, and the total supply of 800 million. So there's some inflation to come. You know, it's a lot of supply to hit the market still. A lot of coins to be minted. Let's see what the value proposition is. That's not an issue if it's over, you know, hundreds of years or whatever. But it's a nice. I like the growth pattern. There's no super parabolics except this last spike at the end. So I'd probably, you know, wait for the dip, being who I am. But let's go and have a look at it. Get a basic idea of what we're looking at with Simple Token. Okay, Simple Token, cryptocurrency to power digital communities. Easily launch digital currencies on an open Ethereum sidechains and turn any business into a dynamic ecosystem. Do you guys want to watch the video? Let's do that.
If you're looking to
Sorry, I'll get it up on big screen.
To grow your app without relying on the big guys, blockchain just might be the answer. It's a new technology that empowers developers to make fairer, more democratized digital services. Blockchain-powered services are more open and transparent, allowing for frictionless transactions, meaningful economic incentives, and more monetization. But today, blockchain is a complex, futuristic idea, far out of reach from mainstream consumer adoption. It's the flying car, the fusion power plant, the USB cable you can plug in on the first try. It works in theory, but it's complicated, expensive, and doesn't yet scale. As it stands, just one consumer app would completely overwhelm the public blockchain networks. That's why we're building Simple Token. It's the bridge between blockchain and mainstream consumer apps. Simple Token enables any app to launch their own branded tokens on scalable side blockchains with user-friendly Simple Token software. This robust suite of tools lets you manage your token economy without the risks, costs, and efforts of going it alone. So you can focus on your users and your core business instead of blockchain infrastructure. Whether you want to add blockchain to parts of an existing app or you're building a decentralized app from the ground up, Simple Token is your ticket to a more powerful business.
Okay. Interesting. Let's keep having a look at the website. The problem I'm having at the moment is understanding how that is like overly different to any other DApp platform, essentially. I'll have to look more into it to understand that, and get the docs is going to be the critical part. I won't look at the white paper. I don't do that on the show. It's, you know, can take a long time. So let's have a look. Partnering with OST. Join the team. Flying start to 2018. In the news. Look how professional some of these guys are with their YouTubing stuff. I feel jealous. Where's the team? We'll go to product first. The Simple Token solution. Launch your own branded tokens and turn your business into a dynamic ecosystem. The OpenST protocol enables any business to take Simple Token against minting their own branded tokens. Simple Token software as a service gives you the tools to manage, customize, and analyze your token economy. Okay, so token design. Set your token brand, set a conversion rate for your branded tokens to Simple Token, enable custom token types and restricted tokens. Tools to help you monitor your users and prevent fraudulent behavior. KYC services to ensure compliance with local regulations. Wallet, user-friendly wallet designs that can be easily reskinned and customized to suit your economy. That's pretty cool. Key management transaction history. That I do like that idea. It's probably, you know, more friendly for people who don't have mad developing skills, i.e. fish. Transactions. Enable various transaction types such as user incentives, customer rewards, peer-to-peer, business-to-consumer, recurring subscriptions, API monetization, and more. Ledger offers your customers user-friendly ledgers to track and audit transactions. fully browsable and searchable, always immutable. Rights management. Use your token to convey and track digital rights, copyrights, and allowable uses. Enable digital contracts attached to token transactions. It is interesting. Administration, critical tools for your teams to manage and use. Okay, so I'd have to have a look at the tools that they've actually created and things like that as well. Let's have a quick look at the team, see what we're working with. Team. What up? Jason Goldberg. Jason Goldberg is a veteran internet entrepreneur with 18 years history of scaling products to millions of users. Since 2016, Jason's passions has been to drive mainstream consumer adoption of blockchain technologies. Jason splits time between Berlin, Germany, Pune, India, and Hong Kong. Cool. Nishith Sath is the CTO. You can read up on the team yourself, guys. Just taking a look. So they've got Chief Technical Strategist in Ben Bolam. Sunil Kadar is CTO. Lead Engineer Jason Banks. Paul J. Duplessis is Director Market Development. They've got a solid looking team. I'd have to go and research these individuals, but they've thought about. It looks like they've thought about the the team that they're going to need to build a successful project. Just having a quick look. It doesn't scream out to me that it's located in any particular region, so it looks like it's got a good, good global network of core team already, which is good. Really, really strong, size of the team. A lot of very specified tasks. I don't mind it. Based on what I'm seeing at the moment, I actually don't mind it. I'd have to go and look into each of the individual team, read the white paper. Token sale. This would already be gone, wouldn't it? Yeah, 189% of the target achieved. Oh, that's obviously a good result. A token sale. Yeah, cool. It looks like an interesting project, man. It's really hard to keep on everything. On the face value, it looks, like there's a really diverse and strong team behind it. Oh, man, I wasn't sharing that whole time. That is funny. Oh, that's bad. Who's going to have a good laugh at that? I wasn't sharing that whole time, was I? It was a good video. Sorry, guys. That's rookie. Rocket said, a real bloodbath, eh? I haven't checked the markets, man. I'd bring you over to screen share, but now I'm scared I won't do it again. Yeah, I walked away. I'm going to grab a drink when get the chance for a video. Do you know how hard it is to talk for an hour straight? CAG, please, fish. Brian Teskey. Yeah, we can have a look at it, man. I just got to gain my composure after not screen sharing during that part. But the audio for the video sounded nice, don't you think? Guys, check it out. It does look like an interesting project. Please make your own decisions when investing, as always. I reckon more people watch this show to see how many times I stuff up than actually watch it for information. All right, I'm going to have a look at the overall economy. It was amazing audio. Yes, I agree. BP. All right, let's have a look. Bloodbath has been called by the Rocket. I wouldn't call it a bloodbath. I've seen it lower than this. It's actually some coins making some reasonable gains. Just having a look. Last hour's a little red, sure. Icon's been resistant to it, so is Monero in the last hour, so is Ethereum. Continuing to be bullish. Seacoin, it's up 4.6% in the last hour. So it's, the market's fluctuating. It has been doing that a bit recently, so Bigger than normal fluctuations. BitShare's been fairly resistant in the last hour. PIVX just went to $14.22, all-time highs. I wish there was someone here to high five. Yes. That's awesome. I like reporting. I like being live when stuff like that happens. All-time highs for PIVX. Damn it, can I change the name of the video? Oh, you saw the reflection off the glass in the back for the video? That's pretty cool. BP said, I really like Qcoin. I'm glad you've convinced me. Qcoin might be my favorite. Well, BP, let the Qcoin team know that I convinced you and say, that guy Fish, you know, the guy who is on the PIVX team, he convinced me to use this and you guys don't have PIVX on here. Put in a support ticket. So we'd really like to see PIVX on here so Fish can show us how to trade PIVX on Qcoin. Yeah, my account's looking fine as well. I just had a quick look. I wouldn't call it a bloodbath. I think that it depends on the project you're on. I mean, there's an interesting one. Hey guys, I've got to shout one out that I've found. It had 100% run up and it started to retrace. But I found it before the 100% run up and didn't pull the trigger because it's on obscure exchanges. But I really think there's value in this. It's valued quite high at the moment, but I know the value of this industry as a whole. And I've got to tell you, I think Wax, it's already an operating platform that turns over money. That's real world use case in action. It's like video game assets or digital assets in terms of like mainly with video game stuff being traded. And that's a big industry, guys. You guys remember we had Arnon on the show, the young fella, and that was actually how he was making a living, buying and selling digital trade. Some of these knives and guns and stuff go for like 4 figures. They go for thousands of dollars. Crazy, right? So Wax is facilitating the trade of those digital assets in a secure, trustless environment using blockchain. I think it's really clever. And it's a massive industry. So I think Wax can do well. And it's only available on a few, like hit BTC and Ether Delta or something. Oh, was it? I'm off it then, Seb. How bad's that? Nah, I'm not off it. Seb goes, oh, it was one of the Palm Beach Confidentials picks recently. I just don't like getting, I don't know. I get concerned about, I get concerns, like I tell you to take profits as a responsibility thing, right? I don't say take profits now and move it into this. Take profits here and move it into this. Like that's, to me, that's coordinated enough to be somewhat akin to market manipulation. So for me, I'm not going to tell you, like I'm going to tell you my honest opinion on projects. And yeah, if I could put some maths to it, I'll give you some price predictions, or based on, a pattern that's emerged, I can give you some price predictions. But yeah, I'm not just going to tell you to sell this and move it into that. That seems like coordinated market manipulation somewhat. So it'll probably go up though, if that's the case. Ruth said, I'm so happy I got Ether. Yeah, man. Sorry, man. Ruth is obviously a lady's name. Ruth, yes, a lot of people very glad that they have Ether. That's all good, BP. It's not the end of the world, mate. You should start actually, like though BP said, I signed up a long time ago and never used it, so I didn't grab your referral. He's talking about Qcoin or KuCoin. Do your own referral, man. There's a link up the top. All right, you go create your own referral. And if, like I always say, don't go out there encouraging people to get into investing simply so you can get your referral. But if people are asking you about how they get in, you'd be stupid not to give them that referral, because they don't pay anymore, but you get paid. So the money just comes out of the exchange's pocket, which is fine. Joseph Garnier, not the most exciting project, but given Litecoin seems like a good buy below 250, given how much Ether has risen. It makes sense that Coinbase users could put Ether profit into Litecoin. Joseph Garnier, I think most Coinbase users who purely use Coinbase and nothing else are hodlers. I don't think there's a lot of trading in and out on Coinbase. Not for the everyday small, I'll chuck $100 in and see what happens. But I do think Litecoin can potentially benefit from being the lowest per coin price coin on Coinbase, as long as Ripple doesn't get added soon. Because a mate of mine, this is why I formulate this opinion, is because there's still a lot of people out there to this day who believe that they can't buy Bitcoin because you have to buy Bitcoin, right? One Bitcoin. They don't understand that you can just put 20 bucks in if you want and get the relative fraction of a Bitcoin. Now, I know I validated this thesis when I was on my way up to my last competition at the Sunshine Coast, and we were in the team bus going up to the comp, and one of my mates said, "Oh, did you see this Ethereum? I bought one, you know," and he bought one back when it was like 280 or something like that. And this is when it bull run up to like 500, 600 bucks. And he's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But he bought one full Ethereum to the dot. It wasn't about Australian dollar value for him. It wasn't about, you know, it sort of was, because he could afford one full one, right? But he was either going to get one or two or three. That's kind of the mentality of a lot of people in the economy at the moment. And that's why we're seeing this big pump from the lower per coin price coins. It doesn't actually make sense, as to those of us who are a bit more experienced know you can buy fractions of a coin, and it's just relative to the market cap and the circulating supply. But your average punter, your people just getting in, are going to see a $15,000 Bitcoin, a $3,000 version of Bitcoin, which they don't even know what it is. Then they're going to see Ethereum, which sounds completely different. What the hell's that? And it's already over this, you know, it's already $1,300 US. And then they're going to see Litecoin. The name's not intimidating. It makes sense. Okay, it's light. It's a quick, you know, it's a light version of Bitcoin. That's what people will think, even though it literally doesn't have anything to do with Bitcoin. And I think being the lowest per coin price could be an advantage. So yeah, could be time for Litecoin to have a bull run. I think it's undervalued at the moment compared to other things in the economy based on where you can actually spend Litecoin. It's increasing. This is an interesting one. Roland Carl, Seb Fox, it would take a paradigm shift of biblical proportions to get them to genuinely support the underlying ideology of cryptocurrency. They have become irrelevant. Chat more in Discord. Oh, talking about Palm Beach Confidential, cool. Yeah, well, we have the Crypto Wave investment group public because anyone can join, and I don't charge subscription fees. And I tell you what, we did ridiculous things with Icon, ridiculous things with Substratum, ridiculous things with Q-Link. Gladius is sold out, and I predict we'll do ridiculous things with that as well. I don't see the point in not just all like collaborating. That's how we found all these projects and got into them. Why do we have to charge subscription fees for that? Everyone collaborated. Dry Goods Spellweaver said it's strange that Wax is not listed on any major exchange yet. Man, they're too busy running a business. I like coins that go about it that way. They're already up and running. You can sell your CryptoKitties over there. You can buy CryptoKitties over there if you're so inclined. Yeah, that's why you didn't buy it. You thought the people who knew about it were in and it was too late for me. Seb, whenever you think about that, man, just think about doing some valuations so you can probably get some figures out on the turnover of Wax and understand their basic operating costs with a little bit of research. And then what you do is you can calculate their gross earnings, so the gross profit. And if you multiply that by a figure of 6, that's fairly standard in valuing businesses. So that's rough. Like there should be a lot more taken into account. Goodwill, you know, future market patterns, etc., and future patterns predicted within the industry. There's a lot you have to take into account. But if you want a basic formula for getting a starting point for making a price prediction for a coin, that's a good way of doing it. Find out what they're turning over, estimate some running costs, find out your profit, multiply that by 6 years. You do that, that gives you that's how I got the Binance coin so low, guys. When I was telling you guys it's turning over $2 billion at a profit of somewhere between $1 and $2 million a day. This company is hugely undervalued because the running costs won't be excessive compared to that turnover. And that's where I was able to say, look, Binance coin should be, I think we picked it up at $1.50 or $1.80. Because I said, just based on the ability to to actually reduce your trade fees, it's worth this much. But the thing now is I can go and do a KuCoin formula and actually tell you how much the KuCoin shares should be valued at based on the current turnover. It should be easy enough to do the maths on that. Maybe Ripple won't be around after their court case. He's hoping, said Nodio. I never hope for anything to fail, man. Just more, one to succeed, sure. I don't like to wish failure on people. My brother started with $17 of Bitcoin 2 months ago, a tiny fraction. Now he has like 0.5 Bitcoin. That's brilliant, Seb. D, who comes on the show, has turned probably a $200 investment into about, I don't know, $1,400, $1,500 in about a month. Not bad. Joseph Garnier, the point you're making about the Bitcoin price is a huge debate in the Byteball community. Listed GByte, the price. I've heard this, man. Joseph, I've heard this argument made, and I hated saying yes to it, but I kind of agree with the theory while the market's doing what it's doing. Like, the thing is for me, Joseph, is I can't see it hurting Byteball's potential to actually essentially they're not, it's just changing the what's it called? Someone told me the term for it yesterday on the show. Market bias, unit bias. It's just changing the unit bias. That's all you're doing. You're not actually changing the value of anyone's holdings in terms of, because it's still going to be divided by the overall market cap, right? So Joseph, I've got to say, even though I don't like that, yeah, it'll probably work. Yeah, it'll probably work because people are ignorant, mate. And a lower per coin price is going to be, in this market at this point in time, it is going to be seen as like it's going to attract people. Whereas a $700 coin is going to be like you've missed the boat. And that's crazy because Byteball, I've said, I think it's a good project. I really do. I think there's a need for this sort of thing. A decentralized messaging service that allows a value transfer, yes, please. Sounds good. I didn't invest any because you just got to, how wide can you spread yourself, right? But I think in terms of like decentralized messaging services, Byteball is one of the better ones that I've seen proposed in the economy. So yeah, look, if you're involved in the community over there, which you obviously are, Joseph, like coming from, I don't know if you want my opinion, man. I work at PIVX, right? But my opinion would be, yeah, the way the market's running, someone who like sits here and looks at these markets all day, I would say per coin price is certainly a determining factor at the moment. Yeah, exactly. BP said everyone he shows think they have to buy the whole coin. Buy $20 of BTC, but cost near that to send it to your own wallet. That's true, Tim. How are you, mate? Yeah, no, it's very true. It's costing a lot to send, but Lightning Network, like Crypto Chronicles, can send it cheap. So at the moment, if you're technically savvy, you can send it cheap. But for the every man, it's not possible at the moment. Eddie Boys, what do you think of Chainlink? Can you say your prediction, please? Eddie, I think that Chainlink just missed my top 5 for 2018. Just. I bought it at 15 cents, man. And so did Big Wilkie the Whale. I'm not sure I've seen you on here before, so you might not know Wilkie. He's one of our investment crew. But yeah, man, we got into it at 15 cents. Like I've said plenty of times, there's two coins that I'm thinking about, like that I really started to get more bullish on. One I nailed into, which was Chainlink. Stoked I did that at 15 cents. The other one was QuantStamp, which I haven't bought yet. But the reason I like both those projects is because it thinks about what else do we need to bring smart contracts into the real world. Now, as they stand at the moment, they're brilliant for setting out the basis, okay? But what happens when we actually need to put these smart contracts into action? I'm talking about for insurance claims. I'm talking about for, a million different use cases for smart contracts, right? But one thing we're going to need, undoubtedly, is third-party information. Now, where are we going to get that from? Unless we have a service like Chainlink or like Oracle's, which is a more centralized version of Chainlink. So yeah, that's man, I think that's a really good pick. In terms of price points, it's really hard for me to get an estimate on how much that service is going to be worth to the crypto economy. It's going to depend very much on how many people are choosing smart contracts for use cases such as insurance, to see how often we're actually going to need that service. So that's really going to be like the price of that is hard to predict, because it's going to be based on, like many things in this economy, it's going to be very much affected by uptake. So how many people are actually using smart contracts in day-to-day life? Because if that gets to a point where everyone's using it, then yeah, third-party information is critical. Like the collection of third-party information is critical. QuantStamp takes that back-end side of smart contracts as well, in that it really provides the auditing of smart contracts, and you're going to need these services for smart contracts to actually be valid and to actually work the way they're designed. That's my opinion, man. Everyone's got to formulate their own opinions, but I think third-party information collection is going to be critical. And you know, the other good thing is, Eddie, is ages ago I got caught up in a pump and dump. Well, actually, it's not a complete pump and dump, because they have started doing some development, but it's still for me a less than promising project. And I'm really sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but it was a pump and dump back in the day, and I got involved in a pump and dump called Chaincoin. Now I didn't know. I thought I was on the official Slack group for the business, and everyone was just talking buy and sell wars. So I didn't know I was part of that. Anyway, Chaincoin, call it a newbie mistake. I've been in the economy for all of a month. But Chaincoin, I think, is getting confused with Chainlink. Because one of the things I do, Eddie, is I don't take losses. I don't take them. I'll just hold the coins. That way I've never written off a loss. So it's stubborn as all hell, but what I did is I started running the master nodes on Chaincoin and just said, well, you know, selling the residual income off is not selling at a loss, because it's extra coins that I've earned through running the master node. So I'll start doing that. And shit, if it takes me 10 years, if the project survives at, 20 cents or whatever, I'm getting my money back on this one. So we started running master nodes, and yeah, the price got pumped to like $1.70 yesterday, which is well above where I bought it. So I could have broken up my master nodes and sold off at a profit. But honestly, with the naivety and ignorance in this space, I think that I'm just going to continue to hold Chaincoin, because I expect pumps to come from people mistaking it with Chainlink. But yeah, I like Link, man. That's the difference. Link's a good project. Crypto Chronicles has had Byteball for ages, long time. I'm back to live, guys, because I don't want to be responding to stuff you guys said ages ago. Okay, Seb said, I got Link and QSP. Have you heard of Ether Party Fish? It's supposed to simplify smart contracts creations for non-programmers. No, Seb, I haven't, but that sounds interesting, man. Anything that's actually going to, really help bring those smart contracts into real world cases is interesting to me, because it's the tech people of the world are very, very excited about what's going on here. Yep, got it. Brian Teskey, definitely next. Let me finish my rant, because I promised you that before. One chain, good, Rachel. Short. I'll keep it short because Brian's asked me to look at a thing. Yeah, I think one chain's got huge potential. QSP on a dip right now, Simon. Yeah, I think if it's dipping, it can be a good buy long term, man, because I'm going to start looking to get into it myself. All right, cool. Here we go. We're going to go over to I got totally sidetracked, but anyway, I'm going to go over to Brian Teskey's pick. He wants to have a look at CAG. I'm just going to make sure it is on CoinMarketCap first before I get embarrassed like last time. And this time I will actually make sure I'm on screen share. I'm so sorry about that to the person who okay, so it's Change is the name of it. It is on CoinMarketCap. Going to bring you over to screen share. This time I am going to make sure of it. Screen share, yes, I would like to. Thank you. Here we go. All right. Change down 14%. So straight away, that's the kind of retracement we look for to get into a project. 54 million market cap with 17 million of volume. Wow, that's a lot of volume. It's like a third of the market cap. It's a bit parabolic, but it's had its correction. Okay, so if we take Fibonacci sequence and say stable at, what's this price here? Around the 50 cent mark. We went up to $1.90, so we grew by $1.40. We've got to take back 70 cents, which puts us actually to $1.20 on the button. So Fibonacci sequence would have absolutely nailed this one. Yeah, so you know, in terms of buy times on the chart, it looks okay. Like, it doesn't look awesome. I like the things that have got good sideways movement, look like they're about to pop. This one could go either way for mine. It could keep going, or it could start the Fibonacci retracement sequence where it starts doing these ones. Anyway, let's have a look at the website and see what change is all about for, I forget your first name, Mr. Teskey. Let's have a look. Getchange.com. Change the way you pay. Insure. Live. Oh, I like the way I live. Invest. I like the way I invest. Okay, let's have a look. Balance. Lots of euros. Sweet. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, Dash. No PIVX. That's a big no-no for starters. I'm joking. Okay, available worldwide. A sophisticated mobile wallet. Safe and easy way to store and keep track of virtual currencies. I think multi-wallets are going to be in heavy demand in 2018 and going forward, because I speak to people in the crypto economy and everyone's going nuts over it. They want a place to keep everything. Got a card going with it as well. Good on you, Lisa Robinson, supporting the crypto community. She loves it. Look at her. Yes, I got some change. Oh dear, seriously, that's like, it can't have been that funny. All right, change cards. Start converting your virtual currencies seamlessly with government level security. All right. Here we see Chet Faker having a look at his laptop. I don't know why they've got Chet on there. Launching Q1 2018, a finance marketplace. Access a multitude of investing opportunities all in one app. In 2017, over 5,600 individuals got together to demand a better alternative to current banking. That might have happened in 2009. Anyway, change is set to build up a more exciting mobile finance application that includes cryptocurrencies and an investment marketplace. They're hiring. Okay, so wallet. Well, I'll have a look at the wallet. See if we can have a look. Oh, it's going to make me sign up and log in. No, can't be bothered. You can go and check it out pretty easily, at least. Let's have a look at the card. Yeah, but it still looks like a project very much in its infancy to mine. Home, wallet, card, marketplace, about, career, support, blog. I'm not seeing a white paper, which is, you know, something I tend to demand, and I'm not seeing a team, which again is something I tend to demand. Let's have a look at marketplace, if there's anything under here. Nope. Yeah, marketplace doesn't go anywhere, so that's, oh, here it is. Yeah, there's really, am I missing something? Did you click on these things? No. It looks to be in its infancy for mine, in all honesty. I'd have to sign up and get updates or go on and find out about the team and that, but I'd like to see a white paper. So for me, it does look like a project in its infancy, which would probably put it in the high risk, high reward category. Let's have a, what was the market cap on it? Seems like a lot for what I'm seeing there, if I'm being honest. And I'm sorry, that's just my personal opinion. Please make your own decisions. Yeah, I think multi-wallets will be good. Don't get me wrong. I think it's going to be a positive industry in 2018. But I'm just saying, for where that appears to be on for mine, $50 million seems like a lot to value that company out. That's just me, Brian. I hope that's okay, dude. Yeah, you got it, man. I'm happy to give my opinions, even if they're not always like. I'm not saying that can't be a giant in the future. By the way, it can be, absolutely. They work well. They've got a stack of money there, presumably to actually develop the product now with a $50 million market cap. So yeah, it can be a giant. I'm just saying for me personally, I try and look at obviously potential, but it's also current stages of development. And for mine, that's overpriced for the current stage of development. Yep, right. Seb, it's not, I don't think it's a rumor. I think that, is that a rumor or is that confirmed? Seb, I heard the same rumor anyway. So Seb's just responding to something that Rachel had asked that I missed. Sorry, Rach. One chain will most likely be listed on the 24th or 25th of January. Binance's favorite, but KuCoin has also been mentioned. So get accounts on both and have funds ready. And if you are looking to get an account on either of those exchanges, I have referral links for both. Shilling my own referral link in the description, which I'm now going to have to go copy and put in there. But yeah, that's a good point. You know, you make your best gains when you're prepared. Crypto Chronicus, man, Wilkie just bought a bunch of it, so I like it. Asking about storage. Yeah, man, we bought it at $2. I'm not sure where it's sitting now, but I think it'll be at least a Seer coin valuation in the future. I think the only reason Seer coin has such a big lead on storage, if this is my opinion, guys, and you're welcome to have your own. The only reason that Seer coin has such a big lead on storage is the simple fact that it is a lower per coin price, higher circulating supply of Seer. Crypto Chronicus said, waiting for Gildera to verify my identity so I can try out bread. Yeah, I've heard some. Oh, is it funky? Is it? Yeah, it is funky. Someone just commented on my hair. Hourglass always likes to give me shit. Waiting for try out bread. Yeah, I've heard some good things about bread, Crypto Chronicus. I just haven't had a look at it. Can you have a look at Krios team if you have time? You know, I don't, Adam, have time, but I'm going to do it for you anyway. Storage at 227. I reckon that's still buy range for me, Noddy. That's not going super parabolic. We'll see how we go in the future. I'm going to have a quick look, though, Adam, because my phone's ringing off the hook. We're going to have one last look. And the reason I'm doing that is because you were very polite about it and said if you have time rather than demanding it. So for someone polite like that, I always have time. Thank you, Adam. Here we go. What are we looking at? Krios. I got to go to my thing. It's an ICO, I'm assuming. Let's have a look. Oh, that's my bad typo. There we go. I'm on screen share, right? Yes, I am. After last time. Disrupting the $36 billion digital marketing industry. There's a few of these things coming out. Digital marketing campaign management platform, cool. View ICO, download the white paper. Good to see. At least, you know, white paper, critical. Coin supply, 650 million KRI. We usually don't look at these at, just in case we want to get into them, and then we'll look at them live afterwards. Pre-ICO is 1 KRI equals 7 cents. It's a pretty good discount at ICO. The concern with that is that people will dump bonus shares. It'd be interesting to see if they have any vesting periods or anything like that to prevent that happening. They've also got the pre-ICO, but that's already November 17th to November 30, so that will have run already. Where's the team? That was what I was asked to have a look at. Beautiful team. Let's have a look who's on the team here. Chief Marketing Officer, Paul Holland. Advised companies such as Shell, Aon, and Westpac. Well, I'm conflicted about that. There's a bank and an oil company in there. It doesn't mean it didn't give him good experience. Christopher Quinlan is the CEO. 8 years advising governments and senior management teams. Sweet. Again, governments I'm not a fan of. I'm joking. Jasmina Levadaru is the COO. Operational growth specialist, growing sales teams from 3K to 100K a month. That's nice. It's nice growth. They've got LinkedIn profiles, so that's cool. You can go and check them all out. Michael Reese, CTO, full stack developer, 10 years experience. Key advisory team, across Asia Pacific team. Oh, that's cool. They got Asia Pacific team as well. So Jimmy Yang, Mason Ali, Connor Quinlan, Kyle Austin. And America's team. Yeah, it's good, man. It's good to see that they've thought about, you know, I like the idea of, I think there's benefits to keeping a team local, and there's in terms of, you know, keeping on the same time frame, and perhaps your productivity and efficiency and communication is going to go up if you're in the same time frame. But there is also advantages to having an international team, obviously, with international exposure and reach and that sort of thing. So yeah, it's interesting. I would have to again check out the white paper, but I think you know, decentralizing the marketing industry has already been identified as a really positive use of the blockchain. Geez, my hair is funky, isn't it? Sorry about that. Yeah, I think it's already been identified as a really applicable use of the blockchain, because there are several competitors in the space as well, which is great. It drives them all to do more. Guys, I am going to check out now on that one. Oh, really? Trent said some FUD being spread from Korea right now. Apparently, BitThumb got raided by Korean authorities. It is what it is, man. We're going to have teething issues. The market's going to go up and down. If it takes a major correction on that FUD, I might even just look at, no, I don't really need to put any more fiat in. I've got a stack of money on the ride anyway. But yeah, it's been good for a catch up, guys. But I'm going to check out, because it is bloody hot here in Australia, and when I sit in my lounge room, I don't have the advantage of having air conditioning. So I might go, there's no surf, but I might just go for a little splash anyway. Guys, it's been a pleasure as always. You say thank you to me. It's you guys who make the show. All the back and forth. I'm just standing here reading comments. Yeah, peace to you guys as well. All right, we'll catch you all tomorrow. See ya.